Good morning. This is What Is for Pink Barrio. Just got up, and some of you might be wondering, what can I do if I don't feel like going and protesting, getting arrested, dealing with crowds or anything like that, but I want to work with the movement of Occupy and still get something accomplished just by yourself as your own movement. Do this just by eating. Every single time you eat, you make a difference. When you eat, do you support the corporations, or do you support the small guy right there in your own country, your own state, your own farmers? Who are you supporting? Let's say you go down to a fast food joint and you get a something breakfast. Where do those eggs come from? You know, have you ever thought about that? Where does that bacon come from? You know, what is, how much resources are used to make that bacon, grow it, farm it, that sort of thing. So let's start out with breakfast. Organic is often not connected with corporations like Monsanto, the big ones. You do have some small corporations, but let's say, for example, the oatmeal I'm about to show you right here. That's grown up in Washington State, just 2 states from where I live, about 1,000 miles away, versus where that fast food egg may have come from is an egg mill several countries away, including halfway around the world, and then they're flown all the way over here, distributed, and by the time you get it, they're on their last days, and it's taken a lot of fossil fuels to get the egg here. Alright, so let's take a look at my breakfast and see how it might serve to help the movement of Occupy. Alright, 3/4 of a mile of hiking. I'm feeling a lot better. With a 1.5 cups of oatmeal, dry oatmeal inside of me, with blueberries and cinnamon, agave nectar, and molasses. It'll stay with me till about noon. Alright, let's talk about that. Some of you people may think that it takes too much time. Who's got this kind of time to cook oatmeal and possibly cut some fruit up? You think it takes too much time, and you can go to the fast food place and get a quick breakfast and get to work. You know, every minute counts these days. It just doesn't take that long to do oatmeal. About 7 minutes really from start to finish. 10 minutes is the longest if you do it really nicely, depending on the type of oatmeal. So I'm going to go through it really quickly for you. You get some organically grown oatmeal, preferably locally grown. You start by using organically grown oatmeal, hopefully bought at a co-op or a organic or a what they call health food store, small independent store, non-corporate. Remember, we're non-corporate in the movement. That's what the movement's about. So this way you can do something and not have to go to jail or be out in the weather or be around people or tents or sleeping bags or any of the other. You just want to do something quick and easy. 7 minutes a day. Put the oatmeal in the pan. Roughly, you're going to need no less than a cup of oatmeal. That means a 1.5 cups of water, a tiny bit of salt, a 1/4 teaspoon, frozen blueberries, or fresh if you can afford them. Bring the water temperature up to at least close to boiling, but not boiling. Just as it just begins to boil, just that little tiny movement, take it off the stove immediately, stir it in, put the lid over it, and let it set for about 3 to 4 minutes. Oatmeal is finished. It's ready to go. Pour it in the bowl, eat it. When you're waiting those 3 or 4 minutes, it's real easy to carve up a banana, piece of fruit, eat it with the oatmeal. You know, and it takes about, if you make the oatmeal properly, it isn't a glue type of situation. It's more of a creamy situation. The more glue-like and thick and pasty, the harder it is to eat, and it just doesn't even work in the digestive system that well. So, more water, the better. So you're going to spend 7 to 10 minutes cooking the oatmeal, and then sitting down at your PC and maybe eating your oatmeal, enjoying music or whatever it is you're going to do for at home eating instead of on the run at the fast food joint. Now let's say you go to the fast food joint, you get a huge amount of salt and not even food stuff in most of everything they cook. It's usually just fillers, sawdust, road tar filler, that kind of thing. Then you look down at the whatever it's on, and you've got a bunch of styrofoam and plastic and cardboard that all goes in the dump. Every single morning it goes to the dump, and it doesn't need to. When you just spend 7 to 10 minutes every morning for your health eating organic oatmeal, that'll do far more for the movement than going to the fast food joint. And you do it every single day. That's just one thing you can do for the movement, and it makes a big difference. You're not supporting Monsanto with modified engineered food or seeds or farming techniques. These are all heirloom, hopefully grains that you're using, supporting the small farmer in your local area, keeping the money right where you are, not supporting the corporation. It's like transfer day. It makes a great big difference. So try it. Try a little bit of oatmeal. Find out where your health food store is, your small independent co-op. Just look it up in Google. And why don't you help, with the group that's not protesting, that's not being put in jail, but we are doing everything we can to support the movement in our own way, and this is just one. You can find the recipe for the oatmeal on the kitchen section of Pink Barrio. All right. Till next time.